What do you know? Here we go again.
We were
Are we or
almost got
aren't
it.
we?
Almost
Happy
got
Amokable.
it. Gotta
We're
have
there?
the
So
muck.
close.
We're there. I said we're
Oh,
there.
okay. Oh, sure. No, you said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're not there.
And I said, and then we're there.
Oh, we're there. And back to Amok. Good evening, everybody.
How are y'all doing?
I think it's Tuesday, and I think it's time to start the show. What got
Sweet.
This is
This is Oklahoma's week.
Oklahoma's week.
It is.
Oklahoma's week.
Well, it was Oklahoma's week, and now there's something
Oklahoma.
attacking Oklahoma.
Sorry.
Must be Toto.
Sorry.
Must be Toto. Oh, no, Toto's in
I
Kansas.
was trying to get the
He's coming
Pickles
across
to
the border
shush.
with an attitude.
Shush. It's Oklahoma's week, but we're going to be talking about Bordertown this week, y'all.
But that's not in Oklahoma.
But no.
Almost.
No, but it's like right there. I mean, all I got to do is walk like maybe.
If I spit and the wind's right, I
Right?
can hit Oklahoma.
Exactly. It's just right over the
Did
border.
you just say you spit on Oklahoma?
Oh,
Well,
my
not
gosh.
on purpose.
Oh, Adrian.
That's all right. No problem. No problem. That's good.
No,
So we're
Adrian didn't say it. He just heard it.
We're talking about Bordertown.
Bordertown.
What's
Yes.
that?
It's an awesome. Well, you know what? Let me let the,
Well,
the
well, you
three
know what?
that let me let the three that are putting it on talk about it.
Oh,
You
Over here
know,
posting
it's
link.
actually perfect because you have O and K, so we're perfect. There we go.
okay. So there you go. All right.
You're okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Jess and Mark. These are two of the five.
There's 5 of us total.
Okay.
Yep.
Two of the 5 from. Yeah, you want to announce it, Pam?
Sure. Yeah.
Since you're on the team.
Actually, yes. We are Southeast Kansas Bordertown Paranormal, and we've been together since 2012, and we are holding our 5th annual Bordertown Paracon this Saturday at the Rec Center in Caney, Kansas. So
Wait.
if you guys
Did you
can
just
make it out?
Did you say 5th?
Yes.
5.
Then say, how did I not know this? 5 years? How did I not know this?
I didn't know about
I'm
it until
not
last
sure.
year.
I heard.
We've
Yeah,
been trying
I
to
heard
figure
about it
out
like
how
a
to
week
do it.
before.
There was a
I heard
little
about it.
pandemic in the middle of that too.
No.
Yeah, there was a short break. Yes.
Boo.
A
But
short
this
break.
last year was our first time to actually take the plunge and go big.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a bigger venue. We had been holding it at the library the previous years, and it was a pretty small, it was fun, but it was small. It was, intimate setting kind of thing, and not a lot of people. And it was mostly us as a team that would talk and present stuff. And then we decided to invite everybody else, and boy, it exploded really quick. So we're super excited. You guys want to jump in and talk about it too?
Sure. I mean, it's been a great experience. We started basically almost little TED Talks. We'd have a few people show up and we'd talk about stuff. And we met people in the community, and it was great. We started inviting some of our friends from out of town, and I mean, attendance pretty much has doubled every year. If it doubles this year, it's going to be
Incredible.
a lot.
Yeah.
We'll be presenting on the street.
We might
Possibly,
be.
yes. It'll be a packed house for sure. Last year we had roughly 150 in attendance.
I mean, that's really good.
And this year
That's
is
not counting the people online.
and we also live streamed it too. So, and we're going to do that again this year. So if you can't make it in, you can always make sure that you get onto Bordertown Paranormal and you can watch the live streams.
And is this the first year you are going to have speakers and stuff like that instead of just panelists?
Yeah, actually it is. And we have 5 speakers that are coming. Actually, Ken here at A.M.O.K and Adrian's wife, Tina, they're all going to be speaking. And then we've also got, we've got Jeff Provine. He's an author out of Oklahoma City. We've got Sean Fitzgibbons. He's an author. He wrote a graphic novel about the Crescent Hotel. He's out of Arkansas. Who am I missing, Jess? Brian Terrell.
AFK.
Oh no, okay.
Oh,
The other is
A.M.O.K.
Brian Terrell, which we've had on A.M.O.K before. He's the Bigfoot guy, one of
Yep.
our Bigfoot guys.
If that's how you pronounce his name.
Yes.
Terrell. No, I'm kidding.
Terrell.
It's not Terrell.
It sounded good though, didn't it?
It
He
did.
is one heck of a guy.
He
one
is
heck of
a
guy.
nice guy. Very
He
nice
is so awesome. We really have enjoyed getting to know him. He's a hoot.
guy.
I think we have, as of today, we have, I want to say 32 speakers. That's panelists and speakers combined. So we have 32 people that'll be presenting in some manner.
That's great. That's cool.
So what
Yeah.
made you
And
guys?
That is amazing.
So what made
Right.
you guys want to put this on?
Well, Kansas and our area, our 4-state area, it's really just a flyover. We've talked about this before. Everybody thinks that nothing happens here because nothing's been reported, but there's tons of stuff. And we all know this. We all know that there's tons of stuff.
When we started looking into this stuff, and it was like, we need to share this.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that,
We
it's
started out
fun.
as a team.
Right.
Besides that,
a
it's
lot of
fun. And
It's
and
fun.
really it's I like the fun aspect
Let's-
of things because everybody you talk to a lot of paranormal teams, they go spooky, and I get that. I mean, because spooky sells, but what I
Fun
enjoy
sells.
about the paranormal is the good times we get to have, with times like events like yours, where people can come together, and like the
Yes.
the expo, and every time we did Mid-South in Kentucky, and any kind of event where people from all over can come together and we could just
Make a
chat. I
family.
mean, because that's the
Yes.
coolest part of the paranormal.
It is.
I mean, we
That
got the history and the
networking.
ghosts and stuff like that, but it's making friends. I got so many friends all over the place now. That's fantastic.
Part of it
Yes.
is the I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
There are
I agree.
other people like me who want to ask questions and are not satisfied with the mainstream answer.
Mhm.
I'm definitely
And-
not I'm not mainstream.
I have loved to speculate about this stuff since I was a kid, and my mom bought me a copy of Chariots of the Gods.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That was a long time ago when that came out, and it was like a first or second edition with a great big with photos and stuff in the middle. I mean,
man.
after that, I was all in.
Yeah, you was all in, huh?
I was all in.
All in. I went all in when I got my first paranormal book out of the library at school.
Yes.
And it was Alabama Ghosts. And I was like,
Oh.
what?
I figured you for a Goosebumps girl.
I did that, and I did Christopher Pike, and I did a bunch of everything, R.L. Stein, Christopher Pike. And then when I was a teenager, it was Stephen King.
Oh yeah,
and
for
Dean
sure.
Koontz. And
See, I was into the Stephen King stuff, but I wasn't into the ghost stories other than, just for stories. So I never looked at the paranormal as being real until I had my first experience. Then I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something to this. But
Yes.
unlike apparently you, Mark, or like my wife, you got into it earlier and reading books and reading stories, and you talk about all in. So she is like the paranormal historian of our group. So she knows all these stories. People ask me, hey, what do you think of blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, what's that?
yeah.
Right.
That's
See,
Dracula.
I love these stories, and I love learning about this, even though I'm a bit of a skeptic. But if you can get something past my defenses, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been known to take levels and stuff with my equipment and level doors so they don't open anymore.
I got levels in my.
Wow.
I'm telling you, if you don't have levels in your gear, then you're not a paranormal
Yeah,
investigator.
I mean-
because how do you know? It's great to have all these lights and stuff like that that we buy, and because gadgets are cool, but electronics can fail. You take a level, that's going to work.
The humble bubble level is
Compass.
Fantastic.
fantastic. It really is. The floor's crooked. That might be why you think you're falling over.
Right? That could be.
Or the
We've
floor's
run
not
into a lot of
crooked, and
that.
I
We've
can't
made a-
figure out why that door opens.
We've set more than one group of people that have called us in, and we've been able to explain to them what's actually going on. It's not paranormal, it's something else. And they wanted it to be paranormal for whatever
Oh,
reason. but
yeah.
Oh,
it just
yeah.
wasn't.
I mean, EM
Yeah.
fields and stuff messing
Yeah.
with them. It
Yes.
happens.
And one
Compasses
of them
and
we actually
candles
caught a
works.
gas leak. Remember that one?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, there's actually been two now. Two now. I don't think you were on that last one, Mark, but I think it was me, Mike, and Jennifer. Yeah, we caught a gas leak in that one, plus a really, really leaky electrical panel, which we didn't find it at first because they had their north side of their house, they had built a bedroom on, and they had the bed against the south wall in it. And we were looking around, and Mike happened to shine his flashlight on the opposite side of this big thing that was hanging on the wall. And I was like, what? There's something behind that. We get to look at its electrical panel right beside their headboard.
Oh,
And
geez.
Oh,
it
good
was
God.
pouring EMF, just pouring it.
Wow.
And
That's
their
not
biggest
good.
thing was they were having nightmares. They were seeing things in their bedroom. They were,
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to have
having these-
hallucinations if you
Yeah,
get your head in an
absolutely.
EM field.
we were like,
Might as well
okay, move
stick
your
it in the
bed.
microwave.
Right.
That sounds like an investigation I went on about
No.
10 years ago. Again, same type of deal, Pam. They put an addition on the house. There
Mhm.
was no outlet to it. So you go from the kitchen into that room, into
Yeah.
another room, but there was no doors, there was a couple of windows. But the power pole was about 2 feet outside that wall. And then the high powered cables went from the power pole across that flat roof and
Oh,
into
no.
and into the original part of the house, which went down about 10 feet into the 200 amp service. So this person was basically living in a triangular Bermuda Triangle type thing of
That's
nothing but EMFs.
crazy.
And they're feeling like crap. They're seeing red
Yeah.
eyeballs on the wall. They're seeing shadows. They're seeing this
Yeah.
and that.
I bet they are.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So you must have been to the same house I was at.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. Well,
the
and
girls
then
will-
to top it off, on the
But it's
opposite end of the
amazing.
house, it was an old farmhouse that had just been added onto. And there was a corner that was right next to a bedroom that their grandkids used for playroom. And I just happened to be standing there, and I have issues with smell, but I can smell things like car exhaust or gas, things like that. And I was standing in the corner, and I was like, I smell gas. I smell natural gas. And it was right next to the HVAC unit. And so we waited until it turned off and went to smell. We couldn't smell it. When it kicked back on, that smell came right back. So not only did they have all the CMF pouring on one side of the house, they had a gas leak
Wow.
coming out of their HVAC
And possibly
unit.
carbon monoxide on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Did
I'm
you try
sure
to
they
light
were-
a lighter to see where it's
Oh,
coming
geez.
from?
No, sir, I did not. I did not do that.
That's, that's
Wow.
probably bad. That's probably bad advice.
Some groups
EMF
would
can
probably do
mess
that.
you up. A gas can mess you up.
Yeah.
The girls remember an investigation when we first started. We were investigating an old print shop, and the conduit under this room was this big,
Mhm.
and it was live. We could not hardly measure the EMF in that room, and
It was crazy.
that was where most of the activity was. Nobody can stay in that room. Well, I bet they can't stay in that room. I couldn't
Right.
stay in
Yeah,
there.
see, I have a question
Yes.
about that. Do you think do you think EMF stuff is do you think it's just that the reaction that the people are having? Because if I go around high EMF, I can tell that there's something wrong. I'm
Mhm.
not saying, oh, look, there's high EMF, but I've always it almost like I can feel it, which is weird.
Mhm.
You
But it has to
can.
be, I mean, it has to be high,
No,
right?
you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's that. But do you think that, paranormally speaking, do you think that high level of EMS can thin the veil, so to speak? Where
Both.
not necessarily, I don't necessarily believe in portals, but but I do believe that there are areas that things can, I guess, be more obvious.
I think the radiant energy is just fuel. I mean, it can mess with your head, sure. It can cause all sorts of physiological problems. But you know, it can be used as fuel. It can fuel your residuals. It can fuel your intelligence. I mean, it's there. It's like putting gas in the car.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just a feeding ground, basically. And
Yeah.
now,
I
if
don't
you're
think it.
if you're inside of that area, then it's going to affect you. But let's say you're next to several transformers, you know, a station or electric station or whatever. You've got all that electromagnetic fields just outside of your range, so it may not affect you directly. But I think, yeah, I do agree with Mark. It's going to feed. It's going to feed whatever's there
Well, you
because
can get cancer from that, so it's
you're
detrimental
right.
to your health too. I mean,
No, you're correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why they put those high power poles now, Ameren Electric around here. They have to build them over 100 feet above ground
Oh,
to carry
gosh.
those high power lines now.
Wow.
that makes sense.
Used to be 60 feet.
Extra
That's
40 feet
different.
probably helps.
Yeah.
Well, if they're not putting plastic in the air, they're putting currents.
So back to Bordertown,
Ah.
you said it's a fifth year that you've guys done this. I
Mhm.
heard about it last year.
Mhm.
Like, and I've said this several times, but it is my main drive when I started this show. When I talked to Shauna, I said, "Hey, let's do this," because I hated the fact that this was so close, and
Mhm.
I didn't hear about it until it was just right then and there.
Yeah.
So here we are, almost exactly a year to the day
Mhm.
Yep.
that I got mad. I was like, "What do you mean? It's right there." I mean, you're
Why didn't you
3
tell
hours
me about
away.
this?
You're
I'm like,
3 hours away from me, and so I'm so looking forward to coming out and hanging out and doing this. It's gonna be a good time. But where do you see yourself in another 5 years?
Ooh, that's a good question. What do you
Of
think,
course, that's a
Jess?
good question. I asked you.
Jess is back.
She's like, I have no idea.
Jessica's always shaking her head at me.
She's
She's like,
lost.
I don't think she's got me figured out yet.
Can you hear us,
Yeah.
Jess?
She's still thinking about this year.
Jess is our MVP.
She is. She is the maestro for all of this. She has really pulled it together. We just follow her lead.
We should probably
So-
pay her.
I wish we could.
She like
See?
that. Now she smiles.
I am all about payment. Absolutely.
I'll see if I can get an
Bring
extra
on the
job for you.
cash.
Oh.
For sure.
You deserve it. I wish we could.
I will say Paracons don't pay except for in the connections and friends you make.
Yes.
No.
That's
That's true.
absolutely
Which
true.
could be very valuable.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
And
extremely
it
valuable.
usually is, yeah.
Yeah, it's why we started it in the first place, was to get all of these groups together that would never even talk to each other. The cryptozoologists wouldn't dare get near the paranormal teams, and the paranormal teams wouldn't dare get around, UFOologists, or they just didn't touch. And we're sitting here in the middle of the U.S. going, but it's all connected.
It's
why-
a
why can't
tagline.
you
It really
just-
is.
Paranormal.
We're
And
like,
it's all here.
yeah, it's all. And I was like, if they would just talk to each other and if they would just communicate, they would see that these incidences that they're recording, whether it be Bigfoot or a UFO or a ghost in somebody's house, they all touch each other and they all have everything to do with everything else. And I always like what Pam says. Pam says they all see the same exact stuff, but they all have a different word for the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A
And
different
if they would
explanation.
if they would just get together. And last year I thought we were very successful because the brunt of it is done on Facebook, how I connect with everybody and all the teams and all the speakers that came in. And I had the greatest fun the day after the Paracon, watching all of these individuals become friends with the other teams and the other groups and the Bigfoot people, because you get notifications whenever somebody you're friends with like somebody else that you're friends with.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting there watching all day long as little groups met up and things got decided and podcasts got made.
Yeah.
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 Podcasts
Yeah.
came to be.
Amok.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
weird guys from Arkansas griped because they weren't a part of it. So I was like, okay, you couldn't be a part of it, I guess.
See, that is the beauty of the whole thing, and it's one of the reasons why we're trying to keep it free.
I guess that's
Yes.
my fault.
Yes.
My fault, the weird guy from Arkansas.
That's all. You got a weird guy from Kansas here too, so I mean,
Oh, well,
You
the
know,
weird guy
honestly-
from Bartlesville is the one that invited the weird girl from Bartlesville. So, I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say it started with Jason, because I didn't know any of you guys,
Mhm.
not even Shauna this time last year. Well, I may have met you. I can't
you
remember
met
when we
me
did the
right at
podcast.
the. Oh yeah, the podcast. I had you do the podcast with me.
And it was not too, just a little over a year ago. Didn't even know you, and here we are a year later. We've got almost a year's worth of podcasts under our belt.
Yep.
That is so cool.
it really is.
It's been amazing.
It has been. It has been. And then through Adrian and Ken, through Adrian too, I met, well, I can't say I met Keith because I met Keith on my previous podcast, but through Keith, I met Adrian.
That's cool.
And then through Adrian, everybody else, I mean, you got Pat Fitzhugh, the Booth brothers, Bishop Long.
Can be good times.
It's just, yeah.
Not only is everything connected, now so are we.
Right?
Yes.
It's a
Oh, I like
nice-
that, Mark.
It's
Yeah,
a nice
write that
big
down.
paranormal Facebook
Well, Mark,
family.
There you
give me
go.
the feels there. You gave me the
I
feels.
am good for one. Like
He's
one a
waxing
month.
poetic tonight.
We need to make that a shirt for Bordertown.
we
Ooh, that'd be
can we
cool.
can. I failed on our previous t-shirt design. I'm working on a new one.
Well,
So
there you
maybe we
go.
can work that in. It's all
That's a good
connected, and
idea.
so are we. I like it.
Yes, I do too. Good shirt design. Good shirt design.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. Ideas coming together.
It is, but I mean, yeah, just the idea wise, all of our minds have expanded just this past year, I think, just from the connections that we've made just through A.M.O.K,
Mhm.
It's been really
Yep.
cool. And we've all got to meet up a few times, which is really neat.
Yep. Also,
So the-
last year was the first time y'all had vendors, right? So you're gonna have vendors again
Yes.
this year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have more. Jess, do you want to talk a little bit about the vendors?
Yeah, the food trucks.
Yeah, I can.
I
Food
hope.
truck.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have any food trucks coming to our specific venue for the Paracon. However, there are a food truck or two within blocks of us.
Okay.
So, and there's a lot of eateries in Caney, so lunch is covered. And you don't need to worry, sir, because you're a speaker, so you'll get pizza just like everybody else,
Woo,
and you'll
pizza.
shut up and like it.
So it is.
So it has been said. Where's the gavel? We need
our,
a
our first
gavel.
Paracon that we did, because we held 3 of them, and like you said, you don't make money. I lost a lot of money on the third one, so I was like, oh, can't do that again. But we had hot dogs, right? And so we made hot dogs and all the speakers, because where we was at, there was no place that they can get to quickly to go get it. And they were like, everybody's like, this is amazing. You're feeding us. I'm like, the hot dog.
They're hot dogs.
It's
But it's
better
great.
than nothing.
But it's still food.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
food.
Last year we made a big thing of chicken and noodles, and
It was good.
that was a lot
It
of
was
work,
good. I ate a
man.
bunch.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it was too much work.
This year we're like, Pizza
So-
Hut is right next door.
Yeah,
man.
It's like
y'all
across
are
the
getting
alley,
pizza. I will say though, so this year we're gonna do like small concessions. So we're gonna serve like water and tea, lemonade, coffee, and then some snack foods. We're gonna do like chips and popcorn and homemade
Cookies.
brownies and cookies.
Yeah.
So people have stuff to munch on while they're there. And thankfully we got permission this year that will all be allowed in the convention hall itself within the gymnasium. So people can just bring everything right in and enjoy something to munch on while we're talking. So vendors, right? We have quite a few more this year. Not as many as we'd like. We had a couple drop out on us last minute, but it is what it is. It's all free. So we also do not request that the vendors pay. The vendors get to come for free too.
And
Which
they
has
dropped
its
out. Shame on them.
Yeah, well, it has their
Right?
pros and the cons. Exactly. If they don't have any money in the game,
Right.
there's also nothing keeping them here.
Right.
So, but so I'm really excited. So last year we had Lindsay Miles. She came in. She was not only a panelist, but she was also our in-house tarot card reader, and she will be back. So we're gonna have the live tarot reader. Last year we had Christy Campbell, a medium out of Tulsa, and as a speaker only. This year she's also going to speak. And she's going to do medium readings.
Nice.
She's going to do regular readings and quantum healing readings. They are live throughout the day. So if anybody's interested, she's awesome.
She's
She
a
is.
sweetheart.
And she is the sweetest person you will
We've
ever
actually,
meet.
Christy has been on A.M.O.K, if you guys might remember her. She was, it's been a couple of months, I think, since she's been on here.
Yeah.
She's the one that told Adrian that he'd be in Tennessee when there was no way for any of us to have known
I
that.
remember her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he
I
went.
didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Nobody knew that, but Adrian himself
Oh,
and Tina.
sorry, Jess.
Oh, it's fine. We also we were going to have an oracle reader, and something happened and she can't make it. However, we have replacements for her. We're going to have a crystal ball reader,
Ooh.
I believe, that's going to come in, and I think it's a
rune.
What did
Was
they?
it runes?
Yeah, a rune.
Runes.
A rune reader.
Yeah.
So that'll be super interesting. All different things you can kind of try out, and their prices are really low for their readings. So you could totally just spend your day in between panels and presentations getting your stuff read. So that'll be fun. So beyond the readers, several of the ghost hunting teams are going to have their own tables, and a lot of them make their own things. So we're going to have a lot of like artisan stuff and homemade metaphysical supplies. Everything from like sage to like dowsing crystals and such like that. You can come in and pick up. Jacob Hurl out of Bartlesville does that fantastic 3D printing art, and he does like dragons and witches and all of that, all the way into like Comic-Con type of stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I told him to bring it all, because I was like, hey, we're all nerds and we
Yep.
all like that too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he'll have all that.
You probably
see
shouldn't
here,
have invited him. My wife will be mad at me when I spend all of our money.
Aw. We're gonna have a store called Luna with Love. They're out of Pahuska. They're gonna come up and put on a full booth, and they are a big metaphysical shop. So they'll have there everything from stones and crystals all the way to art pieces and things like that for people to pick through and buy. Red Dirt Cryptids is going to be there again. Brian, I think you guys had on before. You have Brian Terrell on, and he's going to have a booth set up where you can go and give him your Bigfoot stories, and he'll show you how they map all of their sightings for Bigfoot and cryptids, and have all their information.
Is he going to sell feet? You going to sell any feet?
I don't know. Is that your fetish there, sir?
That's not really.
You know, I was going to go there
really
too.
We just TMI'd on Ken here, I think.
I think so.
I was just curious.
This is supposed to be a family show, folks.
Yeah.
Wasn't me this time.
You know, I have been on the hot seat so often this year. It's great.
Hey.
Somebody's
Easy
going to
target. Easy target.
We
Somebody's
love
going
you,
to do it.
Ken.
You've been
we
pretty
didn't love you, we
innocent,
I
wouldn't vote on
volunteered
you.
again.
You've been pretty innocent, though. I'm the one that's kind of throwing out those curse bombs.
Little barbs.
Okay.
Okay,
We're off
back-
topic again.
Okay,
All
back.
right, squirrel.
So the Proudies, Kevin and Laura Proudy, they are a little dazzling duo out of Texas, and they're bringing us, they have a print type of shop situation, they print onto things like leather and wood and things, and they kind of create their own little, they love like Bigfoot and UFO. So they're going to have like hats and woodcuts, and they do these really cool laser cut crystal type things where you're showing the light up underneath and it glows the different.
Nice.
Yeah. So they do all sorts of fun stuff. So they're gonna have a big booth. They've got like 3 tables, I think, worth this year.
Wow. Out of Texas too. Nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of exciting. We were super excited this year. So we have Sean Fitzgibbon coming out of Arkansas. He's a graphic artist and illustrator, and he just got done about a year ago, I believe, doing a full, and this sucker's huge, a full graphic novel on the haunting of the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs.
Met him.
And let me tell you, his
Very
stuff
cool.
is freaking fantastic. He's going to have a booth set up where you can buy his book and all of his different artwork. It's just going to be full. And
Shauna
he's
has a
also
copy of it.
going to do
Yeah,
a presentation.
She's got a bit.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
He's going to give us a full presentation on how he researched it. It took him like 10 years to fully research this out, and like making trips to the Crescent and doing hand drawings and illustrating and getting it's a full history of it. It's really exciting. And also he has offered one of those books signed as a door prize.
Oh my
so
gosh.
if
Incredible.
you show up,
Yeah.
if you show up, you get 1 ticket when you come through the door, and you can totally throw it in for this book.
I'm going to have to buy a few
Signed
tickets.
by the author.
I mean,
Right?
this book is amazing
Yeah.
and it's awesome because I saw his artwork and it's like, oh my God, that's a lot like my artwork. I love it.
Yeah, he does fantastic stuff. So yeah, come to the Paracon and check out his table and watch his presentation. His presentation is going to be all on how he did this and put this together. It's going to be fantastic.
Cool.
And then we also have author Jeff Provine out of Oklahoma City coming up. He is going to have a booth to sell all of his books, and let me tell you, he has plenty to sell. This dude is still in college, I believe.
Oh,
and
wow.
he already has like 8, 10, a dozen books under his belt.
Wow.
Really good books too.
I'm a little jealous,
Really good book,
actually.
Right?
Yeah,
I can't finish
it makes
one.
Me neither.
It makes me feel really inadequate.
Right?
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's also gonna give a presentation. He is a folklorist, and he's gonna give a presentation on how he collects like haunted and mystical type folklore and what he has from the 4 states area. And he's fantastic too. So you'll be able to come by and get your book signed if you buy from him. And he has also offered up a free signed book, and he also puts out a comic, an Oklahoma comic. And he's also offered one of those signed as a door prize. So like I said, if you come in, you could leave with some signed stuff. Pretty awesome.
So yeah, and it's free admission.
Yeah.
Y'all need to take advantage of the free admission while you can, because something tells me in the future this is going to be so big they're going to have to charge.
We hope not.
We're hoping to hold off for as long as we can. We're finding other ways to slowly start making a little bit of money to cover the cost of things.
And that seems like the best way to go. Start small and then get bigger and bigger as you go, instead of just
grow as we get more experience.
Yes.
Yeah, take it slow, because that's I doubled each year as far as size of it, because I was thinking, if you build it, they will come. I heard that somewhere, and it didn't happen. but yeah, no, I think you guys are doing a great job. Sounds like it. So like I said, I can't wait to be there this Saturday.
This
Saturday.
You know,
4 days from now.
And you are all totally ready, right?
Oh, of course. We're not panicked at all. I'm not in freak out mode a bit.
I will,
probably one of the
not crazy eyed.
Today is the first time I've showered since Sunday.
Oh,
Hey,
because
nice.
I am that busy from the time I wake up. Like this morning when I woke up, I had 8 messages and emails
Wow.
to answer just from panelists and speakers. And the rec center that we hold it at, and my team, making sure that information is getting, well, I'm sure Adrian knows all about this. I mean,
I
like,
try not to be a
last
pain
week
in the
is Hell
butt.
Week.
You're like, read your email, Adrian.
Yes. How about
Yes,
read your
Adrian.
packets?
Well, Jess, I
It's almost
apparently
easier just asking
Mark
questions.
Mark was trying to say something a minute ago.
No, it's fine. I enjoy this. But I was trying to say one of the best things about this though is not only are there so many speakers and panelists, they're all wandering around there, and you can walk right up and talk to them, and nobody minds.
Full access.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
We
You can
encourage
just
it.
walk up to me and ask me anything, and I'll tell you whether I know it or not.
Yep.
Mhm.
we will give you
Yeah.
an answer, right?
Do we
I will
have
give
any
you an answer.
huge-
Whether it's intelligent or not, that is up to you to decide.
Do we have any huge well-known names in the paranormal world coming that we've invited? No, we don't. But you know what? The people that we do have coming are extremely knowledgeable. And not only are they extremely knowledgeable, they're extremely knowledgeable about our area in particular. And that's what I really like, because I mean,
Go ahead.
that's where the
And they
that's where
want to
most of
share.
the
Well,
They wanna
honestly,
share.
those
Yeah,
are
they
the
wanna
ones that
share,
seem
yeah.
more trustworthy, so to speak, because they haven't
Right.
sold out to mainstream. And
yes.
It's more
I
personal
will
too.
say this. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody know. So when we started this, we meant for it to be a way for us all to connect. We realized even in just our 4 states area, nobody knew anybody else.
Mhm.
Like there were teams in nearby that we didn't even know about. And I think we've probably all come to the decision, whether it's been spoken out loud or not, I can't remember, that we will probably never pay to have some bigwig speaker come in.
No,
This
that's
is never going to
great.
be that. This is just a way for everybody to be able to get together for one day a year and discuss whatever it is they want to discuss with like-minded people and get their ideas across.
Mhm.
I don't like that whole, well, let's pay so and so to fly in and give the same speech that he gave to the last 3 cons that he
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
did.
is
You know?
real
And we have
social
had-
networking.
It is.
Yep.
And we have had big names contact us to say they were
Yes.
available.
I would love
at
to come
a
speak at your
price.
event. Give me $1,500. No,
Exactly.
do you encourage other teams that are coming to attend to wear their gear, their shirt,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to know who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
I wore my
Yes.
shirt
Proud.
last
Bring
year.
a table.
Yeah, bring your business cards, wear your shirts, bring any information that you have that you can share with others, because we are definitely going to have a table out where everybody can throw their cards out and just, share them amongst each of the teams, so we can make sure that we get those
I bought a
connections.
whole sheaf of business card pages for a notebook. I'm going to collect them all.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
that's awesome, because the one thing that I'd like to put to death in the paranormal community is the competition involved.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always loved it when other teams investigate areas that I've investigated, because if they got the same type of evidence, the same voice on EVP, the same something, and we're not there, that makes my evidence rock solid. That corroborates me,
Yes.
which is fantastic. And I think more teams
Absolutely.
should do that.
Adrian and
Yeah.
I have the same tonal moan cry from this area that we can't really talk about. But I mean, I was telling him about it, and he took me and let me listen to his version. I was like, oh my God, that's the same voice. That's his,
Yes.
So it's pretty awesome to run into other teams that have investigated other areas just for that factual evidence that you've gotten. I mean, hey, you
Sharing
care.
evidence and working with other people at different times. I'm sorry, but that's science. You can't say that you're a science-based team and don't work with other teams.
Yep.
So you got to do that. But everybody's like, well, I don't want to do this and do that. You do your thing. I'll do mine. And I don't think that's the way. I'm not.
Well, a lot of teams are not
and
out there
I'll
to
say that-
actually help people or get evidence.
Well-
They're out there to get a buck.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I like although we're not really known to do a whole bunch of joint investigations, I love to share what we had, and I like to hear what other people had. And that way, because if we're together and we have the same thing, well, it could have been that you could, just been
Yeah.
Ken, But
That could have been Ken.
yeah, but if Ken wasn't there, and you
I'm
get that
always
voice,
there,
and
Adrian.
you get that you're haunting. That's true. But that's great. And we've got a couple of teams that we've worked with that have investigated, say, that hospital and other local places that have the same EVPs, the same voices. And I'm like, we need to just put that out there. And they're like, yeah, sure. Cricket.
Oh God, I actually heard a cricket. Where did that come from?
Did you?
I agree.
It's stalking you.
We need to share.
The crickets are coming for you.
That was crazy. It was like crickets, and I hear it. I was like,
You
where
know,
the
that
heck
would have
did
been
that come
even
from?
scarier if you would have whispered it, Mark.
Oh, yes.
True? Yeah.
I didn't want to make her freak out completely.
It's hard.
This is
to
a family
scare me.
show.
She would leave her Hollywood Square. Yeah.
So who else do we got on, Jess? I called you
For
Joyce. I don't
vendors?
know.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Why'd you call her Joyce?
I have no idea.
That's about it for vendors as of right now. Now I have no idea, but I know Flint Hills is coming in with a team table, and I know that A.M.O.K's gonna have a table.
Yes.
Who is
And I
it?
know that Debbie, who's also with Geeks with Shaw, is going to have like a little side table to that with all of her wares and goodies. She has all sorts of fun stuff she's going to sell. So yeah, but you also have to remember that about 3 or 4 of those tables are going to be about 3 to 4 tables thick of booth space. So there's going to be quite a bit of merchandise there for everybody to buy. And I do know a couple of the teams, I believe, are bringing some old or used or new equipment that they're not needing anymore, and they're going to sell to not only each other, but to the public. So the public has a chance to come in and get some ghost hunting goodies and supplies. Yeah.
That's fun.
That
And
is pretty
speaking of
cool.
that,
That is.
I could go over some of the other raffle prizes that we have.
Ooh,
Hey,
Hey,
definitely.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Actually, I think, Shauna, if you look in raffles on the drive, we have pictures to go along with what you're talking about, Jess.
Yay.
Un momento. I mean, she can talk about it while I'm doing it.
It's okay. Yeah. So while she's looking for it, so last year we just had door prizes. And the way it worked last year was as you came in the door, everybody got a free ticket. And you could go and put your ticket down for any one of these door prizes. And it worked out really well. Door prizes were a big hit. This year, because we were straining a little bit on cash wise, almost all of the door prize stuff came out of my own pocket.
Oh.
I would literally just buy throughout the year and add to these gift bags. So we decided this year that we would have partial door prizes. So the ones I already mentioned, like Jeff Provine's book and Sean Fitzgibbon's book, will be actual door prizes that you can win just by coming through the door. And then here, we've turned, last year we did a ghost hunting bag. And this year we decided to add on, we've done a ghost hunting bag, an alien hunting bag, and a Bigfoot hunting bag full of all the supplies you're going to need to go out on these little ventures. Right there is the Bigfoot hunting bag. And with that, you get a Squatchin' 101 how-to book and a Bigfoot log book to show what kind of evidence you found. You get a tree whacker, so you can signal, right? You get a set of binoculars, a long-range flashlight, a Bigfoot hat, and what you can't see in that picture is just behind there is a big old multi-tool keychain with a Bigfoot.
Oh,
Would the
all
tree
sorts of
whacker
different
work
Cool.
against Bigfoot? I mean,
No,
Maybe.
it's
No.
for signaling. I don't think
That's what the
you have to be too
repellent's
close
for.
to him to.
Oh my
You can take
gosh,
him
you
out in the
want to
shins,
try
maybe.
to whack
Bigfoot repellent.
If he's
I
trying to
don't
eat
think
on
that
me,
would work
that-
out well.
Adrian used the repellent. It's supposed to be for Bigfoot repellent.
Is that Bigfoot repellent? Okay.
No, it's not Bigfoot repellent. You want to find the Bigfoot. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to have Brian back on here and teach you guys all about Swatch.
Oh, I'm going to speak with Brian. All right. I definitely will.
Oh,
Tell me
and
more.
by the way,
Uh,
that picture, the picture was taken, it's leaning up against Monster Bridge in Caney, the famous Monster Bridge. So there could be a Bigfoot off down in that picture somewhere. You don't
There
know.
might be.
Yeah, there's something way in the back by that one tree.
Mhm.
Nope, to the right. Up. You just passed it. Right about there.
Okay.
It's probably
Get-
Bigfoot.
That's a little foot.
It's a
little
foot.
foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little
Yeah.
foot. Looks, yeah.
Or a nosy
So-
teenager.
What's the next picture? What are we gonna do?
Next picture is
Okay, so this year we're doing a pendulum dowsing pack. This is all about crystal dowsing. So Pam was cool enough to get a couple of brand new boards, and that you'll get both of the boards that you see there. They're in the center, a green jade pendulum dowsing crystal, and then a nice, really great how-to guide to how to do it, and then a nice big old piece of white sage to go along with that, and also the blanket underneath is also a part of that. So just a fun little kit if you want to learn how to crystal douse.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is our ghost hunting bag. We
I like
stay
the
pretty much
beanie.
the same.
I want
Isn't
the
that
beanie.
Yeah, so along with this, and not quite everything is pictured because at the time I took the photo, I didn't quite have everything put together yet, but you get the gist. So you're going to get a ghost on how to ghost hunt. You're going to get a paranormal investigation logbook, a set of copper dowsing rods, a K2 meter, a hat, a couple pieces of sage, and then a far range flashlight will be put in there.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't see the flashlight. I can't circle that.
I didn't get it into the picture.
I know we need some dowsing rods because when we was at the Bell Mansion, Tina got to play with them and she thought they were kind of cool. So never
Yeah.
tell,
You did.
never touched them
Very-
before, and now she's like she wants some. So if they got some,
There you go.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
And
guess
just so
we're
you'll
gonna
go.
know, this photo was taken at the famous little McClure Gorham Cemetery where Pam had all of her crazy go on. And
Yep.
this is literally the first stop on your way down the Haunted River Road in Caney that takes you past Monster Bridge and down to the river. So
Oh.
yeah.
we'll find Ken walking around there.
Yeah. If he goes missing, we know where he went.
Ken's been down there. We've taken him
Yep.
down there. He knows where it's at.
Yeah, he knows
Oh, I
right
was-
where it's at.
Oh yeah,
was
Shauna, you were
there.
there.
Yep.
You're the only one, Adrian. You're next.
Oh, okay. Is this where the three?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Got it.
I
Okay,
don't-
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
The 3 tombstones.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
you'll also get a decal. I forgot to add that. And you get a
Mm.
decal
Oh,
with
great.
the Bigfoot.
I'm gonna try for
A
that.
car
one.
decal. And on this one, there is also a
Oops.
Ouija keychain that goes with it. No, that's fine. You can move
Okay.
on. I was just a couple
Very
of
cool.
things. So this is going to be our alien hunting pack. So in it, you're going to get a brand new copy of Ryan Sprague's Somewhere in the Skies, stories from his podcast.
Oh,
And it's really awesome.
Oh,
I
wow.
almost wanted to keep it for myself, but I'll get myself another copy some other time.
He is awesome.
So the binding's already
is.
been destroyed because you've read the book, right?
No, I haven't read it. I've seen snippets of it online because I'm a listener of his podcast. So I've heard
Mhm.
these stories. And
Yep.
I'm just so excited to get myself a copy. So you'll also get a UFO sightings logbook, and it kind of tells you what to look for and how to look for it. You're going to get a multi-flasher high-range flashlight, so it flashes in different intervals. You'll get a set of binoculars. And behind that tucked, and I couldn't get it up to set up correctly, there is a full big laser pointer. So you can signal,
Oh, nice.
right? You'll get a beanie, of course, and a thing of repellent because you need that while you're out trips around at night. You don't want chiggers.
So
No.
it's against
And-
aliens too.
Yeah, those
Take Pam
alien-
with you. Every tick
alien
in the world will
repellent,
find
yeah.
her.
That's right.
That is true.
it also
I've never gotten
comes-
a tick while I was with you.
I was with
It
you and
also
you got
comes
2
with
of
an.
them.
I know.
It also comes with an. Okay.
Go.
Sorry.
Hurry now.
Oh,
Do
stop.
It also comes with an
Okay.
alien keychain, and it comes with an I believe decal with a little
Ah.
alien on it.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, there we go.
That's some good stuff.
Yes.
She did a great job
You
putting those
guys did
together.
really well.
Yep. All right.
And this year we're gonna have some stickers available for sale. We have all different kinds of like cryptid, alien, ghosts, and we have our own stickers. We made stickers up or Pam made stickers up for the actual Paracon logo and for Bordertown. So those will be available for sale. Yeah, and how we're gonna
Oh,
run
yeah.
it this
Hang on, I
year,
gotta
just so
cover
everybody
myself here.
knows.
There's
Go
what our
closer.
stickers
So-
look
Go
like. It's on
closer.
the back of my.
Yeah, there we go.
Mark, go closer. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, Mark has his too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
they're
That's-
fun.
That looks
Awesome.
I mean,
upside down.
let's go right
Oh,
side
that
up.
looks better. All right.
Yes.
There it
It's different than the other one.
Yeah, there we go.
You know,
So this year, like I said, you get it when you come through the door, you automatically get a ticket, and that can go in towards the actual door prizes. We're not going to make anybody pay to win those, of course, because those have been nicely given by some of our speakers and our some of our vendors. But if you want any of the hunting bags or the dowsing bag, we're going to have a raffle type situation set up where you come in and it's the usual ticket prices, 1 for 1 or 6 for 5, and you take those tickets and you can dump them with any in any bucket for any one of those things that you're most interested in. And at the end of the evening, we'll have a drawing and see who wins those. You do have to be present at the end to win. I will
Nice.
keep drawing until I can't draw anymore.
Yes.
What we did last year. I will.
Yes, exactly.
You
what
got to
we
be
did.
there.
And
Nice.
concession
we
wise,
almost-
we did set everything at $1.
Uh-oh.
So
Yes.
2 cookies for $1. You get popcorn, a big thing of popcorn for $1. You know, everything's going to be $1. Bottle of water.
Just got
cup of
excited.
coffee.
Just got excited.
Well, because we're not done with the door prizes yet.
Oh, sorry.
So Christy
I need a
Campbell.
new door.
Christy Campbell has offered 2 free readings, one a regular reading and
Sweet.
another one a quantum reading as a giveaway.
What's a
Cool.
quantum
And then
reading?
we got really lucky this year, and Troy Taylor from Alton, Illinois, from Haunted America and all of that was
Oh.
very nice and gifted us like a mini gift basket with one of his signed books, one of his
Nice.
signed Morbid Curious magazines. It's a quarterly magazine that his team puts out. And then a whole bunch of little merch fun, like a lanyard and a whole bunch of stickers and offers for his haunted tours and things like that. So,
Oh, sweet.
yeah, we obviously can't pay him to come. Not that he would ever have the time, because I don't think the man sits down ever. Like,
He doesn't.
I don't even know if he eats. But
He does eat. I saw him eat because I saw him Saturday.
Oh.
There you go.
Cool.
He had a dinner, a dinner talk. So yeah.
Oh, so he
Awesome.
was sitting while he was talking and eating.
Well, I think he turned his head and took a bite. No,
Oh.
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
will be
great guy.
also, those 2 things will also be available as door prizes.
Oh, that's
And those are
excellent.
not something you have to pay for. Although if you do want to, like throw more tickets at it, that's solely up to you. And I will do, last year we did this as a fun thing and it was such a hoot. Everybody loved it. About an hour before the end of the day, or like right before the last panel, I believe is when I did it, I offered everybody the chance to get up out of their seats and come in and get one more free ticket to put in towards anything that they wanted.
Awesome.
And it was like watching little kids at Christmas, watching them
It
run out there
was.
to get
It was
their
hilarious.
tickets. So yeah, we're gonna have tons of door prizes this year, and we may even have more than that. I don't know what all the vendors might offer, because I put that out there to them that if they would like to offer something as a door prize, they certainly
Was that in
could.
the email?
Ah!
Yes.
I don't know. Did you read it?
Paranormal.
I highlight.
No.
You'll have a Soul Catcher DVD from us. So
Oh
It's a-
wow.
They were
That's
in
awesome.
Soul
There you
Catcher.
go.
They are. He's a TV person, y'all.
no.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Oh,
I watched that, by the way. It is on YouTube and it's actually really good.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
that Windy Boy make you cry?
Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, it
hardcore.
was neat. Mhm.
Yeah, I was watching
And I was a fat boy.
another. I was watching another one of
You
the
did
Booth
look
Brothers
different.
stuff, and they got a lot of good stuff, and they got a lot of good stuff coming out in October on Amazon. So
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
very awesome. I want to play the commercial for you guys if y'all want to
Yay.
listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Let me share the sound.
Are you interested in the paranormal? Join us at Bordertown Paracon 2023, Saturday, September 30th from 10 until 7:30 in Caney at the Rec Center on Highway 75 just south of Pizza Hut. Listen to experts from the four-state area discuss legends, ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, and other cryptids. Door prices and raffles, medium, tarot, and oracle readings, and vendors. It's free for ages 12 and up. For more information, visit SEK Bordertown Paranormal on Facebook or go to bordertownparanormal.com.
That's so
Donna,
cool.
you sound so different there.
I know. I'm sorry. I was throwing my voice.
Yeah.
Oh no! What happened to Mark? He disappeared.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, hang
do it.
on.
Now we're
That
gonna go wonky. Did we go wonky?
That
We
was
did
really
go
good.
wonky. We went wonky. We went really wonky. I gotta
Yeah, that
fix
was really
this.
good. So
I gotta fix this. We are not.
right.
We're not.
We
we're not
were-
organized.
We
No,
were
it's-
so impressed with that. KGGF Radio did that for us. And when I asked them if they would go ahead and have one of their personalities, record it for us, I thought it would just be a, doop-de-doo kind of thing. And they come back with this, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
It sounded
So, yeah.
amazing.
It did. We're so thrilled with it. And they are our sponsors too, KGGF is. So
Sweet.
we're pretty happy about that.
you guys have done a marvelous,
Yes.
fantastic job.
I was so
Well done.
impressed
Most
last
impressed, yeah.
year. I mean, I've been to, gosh, I don't know how many Paracons in the last 5 years, and this one was the one that felt more homey to me.
Awesome.
More being able to actually talk to people and not feel all like, oh God, that person was on TV and they're not going to talk to me. And if they do talk to me,
Yeah.
they're just going to put on their fake smile and be like, hi.
Hi.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I have met some very awesome people like the Booth Brothers and Keith Age and all them that are amazingly awesome. Love them so much. And of course, that guy right there, the A person.
He's over there.
No, I love you and Tina
I'm
so
I'm
much.
the M guy.
But just the closeness that you feel. I mean, Jason is like a brother from another mother for me,
Mhm.
and I call him my para brother. And for him to have, I mean, because he pushed and pushed and pushed, and he was like, "You need to get a hold of them and get on." And I'm so glad he did, because I met Pam and Jess
Yep.
and Mark and Phil, and y'all are amazing peeps. I see this going huge, really huge. Maybe not next year, but in the next few years. So if you need sanity pills, might be time to start going into it.
Right?
Lord, I think we're past needing the pills.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely beyond that.
Really.
Luckily Jess has been able to organize us and whip us into shape to get this moved forward, because she's moved mountains on this, and it's
Aw,
awesome. So,
shucks.
fantastic job.
Well, I know I'm going to be there. I'm going to be taking lots of pictures. I'm going to be there
Hey.
with my camera, and I'm going to be taking pictures as much as I can. If I'm
Of
not on a
course, I'll be
panel, I'll be taking
live.
pictures of the panel. I'll be taking pictures of the crowd. I'll be taking
Hey.
pictures of you. But for those of the people who are not lucky enough to be able to join in person, you said you're going to stream it,
Yes.
right? So the whole day you're going to be streaming.
The pretty much the whole day, as long as the panels and the speakers are going to be streamed, is the main thing. So anytime anyone's up front talking, yeah, it's going to be on a live stream. I think the first panel starts at what, 10:05 or something like that.
Yeah. So do you want me to give the lineup real quick so everybody kind of knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So at 9:30 is when the doors are going to open to the public to come in and get themselves settled, get themselves a snack if they want one, and for the panelists to kind of get ready. We're going to start out with our first panel at 10, which is going to be sharing space with the supernatural, spirit specters, and noisy poltergeists and phantom shadows. Each panel is going to have up to, I believe, 12 panelists, more or less. I think we're going to cut it off at 12. We have so many speakers this year, over 30, that we've had to expand. Last year we had 3 tables. This year we're going to have 4. So, and we're all just going to have to share the microphones because there's a whole bunch of us this year. That's going to go on for about an hour and a half. At 11:30, Jeff Provine is going to come on and give his thing about how he got into collecting paranormal folklore. Oh, she pulled it up.
Oh, wait.
Fancy.
Close that out.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're all going to break for lunch for 1 hour. So if you're a presenter or a speaker or even a volunteer, you're going to get to stay there and have some pizza and visit with everybody. And we'll come back at noon, or at 1, excuse me. And we're going to hear Ken give his lecture on fun with spirits. So that should be fun.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. At
Should
2,
Will be.
Brian
Yeah.
Terrell, who you guys have had on, is going to come on and give a full presentation on the red dirt cryptids and how they map and how they study what they study. And then we're going to go right into the second panel, which is going to be Midwest Monsters, Your Neighborhood Bigfoot, Creepy Cryptids, and Flying Dinos panel. So we're going to get to hear about all the crazy creatures from the 4 states. And then we're going to go into Sean Fitzgibbon's What Follows is True, the Crescent Hotel presentation on his graphic novel that we were talking about. And then just after 5, Adrian's going to come and give us his A House Divided from
And my
Non-Believer
wife
to
Tina
Believer
will
presentation.
be part of that.
And his wife Tina.
Yes.
And then we'll do our last panel, our Mysterious Guys, the UFO and Alien Phenomenon panel. This one's usually our biggest panel because everybody loves the aliens and the UFOs.
Well, and there's
right?
lots of activity.
And as
here,
soon as
so-
that's over with, yeah.
That's a good
That
lineup.
one
I
will
like
run
that.
until about 7:30. Yeah. And then we'll do our thank yous and give out door prizes and raffle prizes and give everybody a big wave goodbye. And then we'll be done for the year.
And then we will fall over in the corner.
We will melt into a
Linda
puddle of
Kumas.
goo.
A puddle of goo.
Yeah.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah. This is I'm excited this year because last year we just had a whole bunch of big panels. And this year we're going to have actual presenters. And so you're going to get to see slideshows and you're going to get to hear EVPs. And I think it's just going to be a hoot and a half. And it's going to take the pressure off of all of us because last year we were moderating everything and trying to be on the panels at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Lesson learned. This is not a good idea.
No.
Yeah, not a good idea. So this year, thankfully, with just the 3 big panels, we each, me and Pam and Mark, have taken one each to moderate. And then if we choose to be on a panel, if it's looking a little empty or it's just one we're really interested in, we can feel free to join that if we want. And then if we don't want to, we can stay behind the scenes and work everything that we need to work or deal with crazy guys with Bigfoot poo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was interesting.
That is.
Have you
hilarious.
ever told that story on here,
Yes,
Pam?
I remember.
I
remember
don't
the story.
I don't. I know I've told you, Ken. I'm not sure if we've told the story on this show though.
I don't.
We probably
know.
shouldn't right now because it's long,
probably
but
not.
maybe one day.
Probably not.
One of the things I'm hoping to do at the table that I'll be at, I really would like to record stories from anybody that wants to tell me their ghost story, UFO, paranormal, cryptid, it doesn't matter. And because eventually, when I retire totally, it may end up in a book
That is awesome.
Ooh.
or at least in a lecture. So whichever.
Well,
Yeah.
if you would like, Ken, I will add that to the agenda because in between panels and presentations, I always give up and give reminders, and I prod them towards different vendor tables for different things and remind them of stuff. And if you'd like, I can add you to that and be like, if you would like to have your story maybe one day in a book and have your story listed or kept or recorded, you can go to Ken.
That would be great.
Okay. I can totally add you to that. So I have a whole like, whew. I'm the one that's
Yeah, the
annoying people in
scroll
between
to
presentations.
look at. Okay. No.
You don't annoy anybody.
Oh, I do, because at the end I'm always like, this is out of our own pockets and we've made it free for you, and let's try to keep it that way. Why don't you head over there to that donation bin? Chuck some stuff in there.
Yep.
I
Only
am
3
not
easy
too good
payments
to
of
beg.
$19.95 and all this.
Hey, listen, he's got the voice for it, y'all.
Right?
Yeah. And you're going to get to hear a lot of stories, Ken. So like one of the things that I'm so excited about our Paracon is I have been to a couple others and I've never really seen where they do this. I mean, they'll usually ask 1 or 2 questions at the end and let the public ask a question or two. But we let our public be a part of the panel the whole time. So if any time they have a story to tell or they have a question they want to ask, or if even they want to insert their own idea on a topic, we let them. One microphone goes out to the audience and they get to be a part of the panel.
Yep.
Yeah. They always get to be a part of the panel, and we have heard some of the most fantastic stories
From the
because we
most
allow them to do
unlikely of
this.
sources.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's the truth.
Absolutely.
It's crazy,
Okay.
especially on that
Excellent.
UFO
Not
panel.
Peg.
Yes.
Yeah.
That UFO
You know,
panel
yes.
is amazing. I love that panel. I was on
Yeah,
that
it was a
panel,
really good one.
but that's not why I
It was
loved
a really
it.
good one.
But you were awesome.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah.
I try to make
That's what we
people
pride ourselves on. You know, the public is a part of it, and we encourage them if there is a specific speaker or a panelist that maybe had an idea they were really interested in, or they want to tell them their story further, or they just want to chat with them, you walk right up to them and chat to them. We told them that at the beginning last year. We were like, the public is a part of this, so make yourself available, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think we had one speaker or panelist who was like opposed to that, like, oh, I'm too good to speak to that. They were all just in there, and they all like took part. Even if they weren't on the panel, they would come out into the audience and sit with the audience and watch, and also give a back and forth too, to keep the audience involved. And it's just like with anything, like the audience started out a little timid, but the more they hear and somebody finally speaks up, and by the end of that day, we almost like weren't getting panels done because there were so many stories from the public being told.
I had several people take me aside to tell me, you know, I had this happen to me. Did I really have something happen to me? And it's like, probably so.
Sounds like it.
Almost every time after I give my presentation, I have a lot of people come up to me talking because my presentations aren't about selling a product. My presentations are experiences and ghost stories and stuff like that. And then people come up to me and are always like, "Oh, this happened to me, and that happened. Oh, we had a similar experience." And I love that part.
I've heard some really good stories
because, like you said, you're not alone. Right. And that's always been that's my ministry. That is my outreach whenever I do this stuff, because so many people are sitting there and they're afraid in their living room because they think they're the only person who's ever experienced that shadow going through their house. So they come talk to us and we're like, oh no, we have this here. So it's good to have that.
That's how we got together as a group.
Yes.
And they're afraid also. And that's what mine's about, is that, you know, my fun with spirits is like, you don't have to be afraid of everything. There
Except for
are
spiders.
Unless it bites your face off, then be
Well,
afraid.
yeah, unless it's Bigfoot, it's
Well,
going to
unless
eat
it's
you.
a spider or
Or snake.
Unless
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
spider.
scorpions.
Scorpion.
I'm not a fan
yes.
of scorpions.
I just thought of
Except for the
scorpions, too.
band. The band's good.
Well, that's
Speaking,
true.
speaking,
That's true.
speaking of
Yeah.
scorpions, Tina got this stuff that's supposed to kill bugs. It's a natural thing like that, and whatever you spray on it. And there's a scorpion in the house, so she sprayed it, and it just bathed. It's like, yeah, that's good. Some more.
We have
Yes, babe.
spiraled.
It's like I took a
Didn't-
shower.
didn't-
Spiraled
bother.
on
It
topic
just went whew.
so badly.
I tell you,
Sorry, it's my fault again.
the scorpion comes out, pull out that, that terrible stuff that'll give you cancer because that'll kill it.
So we can bring it back in to say that the scorpion was an unidentified object, and we can just go and be like, be there this Saturday from 9
sure.
to
It
At
opens
6.
doors open to the public at 9:30, and we wrap up at 7:30 p.m.
at 7:30 p.m. and it's
Mhm.
free to the public. So come
Okay.
out, ask your questions, go see the A dude and the M dude, and
Yes. All of them up. We
Uh,
will all be there too.
Oh,
so
'cause
if
the
you
Muck
guys
will
are
be-
watching and you
Muck will
want to
be
meet,
doing stuff too. Yeah,
yes.
it'll be good.
yes,
Oh,
this is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
And
So everybody
Sure.
knows the vendors and the team tables, it's all in the same convention hall.
woo,
So
Yep.
you can shop and see your teams while the panels are going on and,
And
hear
listen.
and see everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you're going to get a private reading, in which case you do have to go out into the front hall. We kind of keep that away from the vendors a little bit so they have some quiet and a
Mhm.
little bit of privacy. But
Mhm.
otherwise, you're right there in the same room. And we encourage you to get up and go and visit those vendor tables and the team tables and Brian Terrell and the rest of them while panels are going on. It's, get up and visit with everybody. So
Make the most of it. Meet people. Enjoy the company.
It's a
Yeah.
good day. It's a fun day for sure.
it is. And if you're not interested in all the topics, come for a panel and a presentation, leave
Yeah.
and go get yourself something to eat and come back for the next one that you're interested in.
Yep.
You don't have to get stamped or anything like that. You just come and go as you please through the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since it's free, you can just come and go.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a party atmosphere because my husband, who's a DJ on the side, he runs the sound for us for free. Yay for Methodism.
Yes.
We do karaoke.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to this stuff.
To keep it kind of like a festival like atmosphere, so we're not just all sitting around listening to each other chew between panels and stuff, he plays live music. So while there isn't something going on presentation or panel wise, you have rock music to listen to inside
Yes.
the hall. So yeah, it's never like quiet. We're just sitting around waiting for the next thing to happen. So
Hey,
Never
you
quiet
guys
around me.
mentioned earlier that people can also watch it online. How are they going to be
Yes.
able to do that?
It'll be
Didn't bring that
streaming
up yet.
live on Facebook.
Okay.
And I can't remember. We were going to do it on YouTube last year, but something stopped us. I don't remember what it was. Definitely it'll be live on Facebook. Is that what it was? It was live on Facebook on our Bordertown Paranormal, SEK Bordertown Paranormal Society page. So just look us up on Facebook. We'll put a link in A.M.O.K.
We'll
too,
all
so you
be
can get
sharing
it.
it.
Absolutely.
it'll get shared a lot.
Okay. Just want to make sure that everybody who's out there that can't make it can make it.
Oh
Can still
yeah,
be there.
Yeah.
and we'll be posting on our personal Facebook too the link to find it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you guys think you're gonna get lost, just if you know us, find us, you'll find them.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I'm going to
And
try
my
to drag
son,
some
he's
people
coming
over to
down
the
from-
table.
We talked him into coming back from K-State for the weekend. He ran our live streams last year. He's going to run them again this year. So yay, go
Nice.
He
Aaron.
did a good job.
He did.
Yep.
He's
So,
pretty handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And
I'm
this
gonna try
year,
to drag
we're gonna-
people over to the table to interview too. So
Yeah.
that'll
Sweet.
be
It's gonna be a blast this year. We're gonna have like a big rolling panel wall that's gonna show all of our sponsors and all of our speakers and presenters and
Yep.
all the places you can go have lunch. So that's gonna be rolling, and that's actually gonna roll in every room. We have TVs in the other two rooms, and it'll be rolling on that also. So everybody who has anything to do with this is gonna get a shout out. and people are going to be able to see what it is you do. And we're going to have a bio table this year. So everybody who's presenting or speaking is going to have a bio area with their photo and what they're involved in. And anybody who's listening who's going to be there, bring your business cards and pamphlets and anything else team related that you want to add to that table so people can see. I think it'll be easier too if people can kind of get to know you there. They'll know who they want to talk to throughout the day. Oh, this guy does this. I should talk to him. Your picture will be there and everything, so they can kind of get to know you a little bit better.
Awesome.
This is amazing. I hope I can go. Oh, no, I will be there.
You can go.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Don't do that to me, Ken. You're going to give me an eye twitch. Don't do it.
Don't make her other eye twitch. One's already going, I'm sure.
That's right.
Okay, no.
We're in crunch.
I will be there.
By the time Saturday gets here, we're going to have to back up to find Crazy.
Yes. For
Oh
sure.
my goodness. Yeah. The public isn't invited to, but we started last year. We started a night before dinner so that the speakers that were coming in early would get like a little meet and greet the night before, something to do when they came in. And we moved it. We had it at a diner last year and it was okay, but it was a little crowded and hard to deal with.
Yeah.
So this year, Phil, who you guys got to meet from Mark's podcast, the What If Tomorrow podcast, he has offered up his rural property. And we're going to go out and have a crazy great dinner with smoked meat and stuff that he's making and sides. And we're going to have a bonfire and we're going to have a sky watching party.
I'm bringing
And
in her
hopefully-
cheesecake bars.
There you go.
That sounds good.
I like food.
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
For
So,
those speakers. Come on now.
Yay.
We're
Be a
just
good
going to
time.
hang out and have a good time. And hopefully we'll keep everybody from drinking too much adult beverage, because I have to keep reminding everybody that we're going to be speaking the next morning online live.
I'm not
and
speaking till
publicly.
5. So
I'll be selling ibuprofen and pickle juice for $20 a serving.
I was
The
like,
pickle
let's-
juice or the
That could
pickle
be a
moonshine?
Yeah, I
Oh,
told
no
everybody,
jet
I was like,
fuel.
let's keep it toasty and not fried.
There we
Everybody.
There you
Okay. Could you imagine
all?
all of us hungover on
Oh,
panels the next
God.
day?
I can
No,
imagine
ma'am.
us going,
Not
That would
everybody be
not be-
like,
That could happen Saturday
you
night.
want to take this answer? Yeah,
uh,
You answer the next
Oh.
question.
And just
it's your
remember-
turn, Adrian.
And just
yeah.
remember,
Oh.
it's all connected and so are we.
Yes.
Right, Mark?
That's it.
Mhm.
I love
That's
it.
Yeah.
That's my
It's,
monthly
yeah.
spot of brilliance.
Monthly spot of
Yes.
brilliance.
I'm going to bow to that one.
The party should be a hoot. 3/4 of us are coming. It's gonna be a full house.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be
There's only
yeah,
a
it's gonna be
handful
lot of
that aren't
fun.
going to make it. So, and
Oh.
like Jeff Provine and his wife are coming in early because they don't know anybody, and they're just like, "This sounds like a party. Let's
Yes.
do this."
Yes.
Sweet.
So,
It's them young pups.
Yeah.
They can hang.
yeah. So it's
it's
gonna be fun.
Oh.
It might be too much fun,
Yeah.
but we'll find out the hard way.
Yeah, we'll
For
see.
sure.
We'll see. I think
gonna
we'd be
be
good. We'll be
A
good.
fantastic weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Me too.
Awesome.
I wonder if I'm the furthest away.
That's-
No, the
that's a
people
good
from
question.
Texas are the
Why?
furthest away, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
vendors.
Other vendors.
Oh. Goodness, sorry.
I think on that
Scared
note.
myself.
You may be the furthest away panelist wise
Yeah.
Might be.
and speaker wise, I think.
I
I know
was
so.
just-
When we don't charge for people to come in, but we do ask them to put down their information, and then we can look back the next day and see who traveled the furthest too. That was pretty interesting last year. I think we had people from, was it Nebraska or Iowa? I can't remember.
Yeah.
That came
Oh,
down for it.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, we were thrilled.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
We were like, holy cow, you drove that far to come to our little Paracon.
To our little thing.
No, it's a big thing.
Oh, it is
We're
a big
learning, yes.
thing.
It
Big
is
a
getting
big
to be a big
thing.
thing.
It gets
You
bigger
guys-
every time.
You guys
It
are doing
does.
amazing,
I
amazing.
thank you for
Thank you.
allowing me to be a part of it. It's
Me
gonna be good.
too.
No, thank you.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah, thank
hope-
you guys for doing it, for coming.
I
and
hope
hanging
you
with
all
us.
enjoy it enough that you want to come back next year too. So
Well, hell, I enjoyed last
Absolutely.
year and coming back again this year. I'm gonna do it again next year.
Y'all came back this year and drug friends.
I did.
See, that's how we're growing. We were just it's like a cult. You just drag somebody back with you.
Yep.
and-
Yep. That's my plan. That's my plan. I'm planning on getting
There you go.
everybody I meet. Y'all gonna come out here. Y'all gonna enjoy it. You're gonna
I think I
enjoy
got
it.
Debbie talked into being
Or
a
else.
panelist too, by the way.
Do what?
I think I got Debbie talked into being a panelist.
Which Debbie?
she's gonna have to
Sweet.
be. I already put
Debbie
her down as
Thorson.
one.
Yay!
Debbie Thorpe. She was one last year. I just had a hard time getting her to talk.
Well, I was like, will you do it? Do you want to do it? And she was like, I don't know what to talk about. And I was like, girl, we can put you wherever you want to go. And she's like, okay.
I had her sitting right
Yes.
next to me, and I was like, "Hey, don't you remember? Why don't you talk about this time?" And she was just like, "Well."
Just
Yeah,
use
well,
the elbow.
She's
It's like,
so
"Come on."
cool. She's hilarious.
a lot of these paranormal teams and stuff that have never been part of a formal presentation or some kind of a paranormal event where they do this.
That was the first
like
time.
Yeah, a lot of them it's the
Wow.
first time and they don't really understand what a panel is. And we run ours a little bit differently than most cons
Yes, you do.
So most cons, a panel has like 3, 4, 5 or 6 maybe at the most people, and they have a specific topic and they all kind of have an idea of what they're going to come on to speak about, and they kind of just do their own little things and then they answer some questions, and that's usually about it. But ours is a big round table, so we give an overall topic and we give some pointed questions to kind of head them off in the right direction, and we just let them go.
Yeah.
Tell your version of it. You're from Missouri. Tell me about the cryptids in your state. What's your favorite cryptid? What's the cryptid closest to you? What's the craziest story you've ever had happen to you with a cryptid involved? And then they start rolling, and then the next person's like, oh yeah, well in my state. And then they start rolling, and then the public comes in, and that's just how it goes. And the moderator is just solely there to keep it rolling. So if it goes a little flat and they need a new question, we toss another one in and then let them go again. And it's just literally talking like you do with your friends.
Conversation. It's
Mhm.
fun. It's
Yes.
an amazing
Exactly.
time, and you learn about a
It
lot of
is.
other
And
people's stuff,
We're all
especially like
friends.
UFOs and paranormal experiences, and especially within the areas to find out
Yes.
more. Because I found out a whole bunch of different areas that I didn't even know of.
And
Oh,
Katy
yeah.
is a hot spot, and no one seemed to realize that prior to us, shining a light on it. And I know Brian, he was in the area just recently, and I think he's put him up on A.M.O.K too. But if you go and look, he's posted a couple of videos just recently leading up to the Paracon, focused on some caney
Yeah.
situations.
I've been sharing
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty
they're neat.
awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it is.
It's
a
really
lot of fun.
interesting.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't have to, be nervous about coming onto one of our panels. It's like the most friendly debate ever. And it's not even so much a debate, it's just giving your side of the story. And anyone who's been investigating or studying whatever field it is that they like to study, they are already 20 times more knowledgeable than the public on the topic. So anything they have to say on the matter is gonna be educational for the people who don't, for just the public who are just interested to see what's going on in the 4 states area. So you don't have to be some kind of a super learned expert to be on a panel. Just give your side of it, give what you think about the different topics, and that right there is just, I was excited last year. We forced Bigfoot people to be on the haunted panels.
Yep.
Yes.
And we forced UFO people to be in the Bigfoot panel. And it was fantastic because like the UFO people were like, well, we don't think that the Bigfoot thing is this, we think it's this. And the Bigfoot people were like, well, no, we think it's this and it's this. And they started kind of going back and forth. and they eased into it. And before you knew it, they were like, well, you know what? You have a point.
Yep.
I bet if you look at it this way, and then they were friends the next day, and now, it's,
everybody's
they open
comparing
their-
notes.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that
Exactly.
with science.
Right.
Science.
The mainstream science. If they'd talk
Didn't-
together, maybe they'd learn something.
Right.
Exactly.
I think it said something like that.
Communication is key on a lot of things. And the right factual communication, not just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And leave
Get out
ego
of your
at the
comfort
door.
zone.
Don't bring your ego
Yeah.
with you.
No, leave
get
your
out of
ego
your
at the door.
comfort zone and try to learn something. It's-
Yes.
The ego.
Yep, leave
Yeah,
the
you
ego at the
all-
door.
The new
Ego,
ones,
what?
Adrian
Waffle?
and Ken are gonna get Adrian
No
and Ken are
egos.
gonna get to hear my patented warning speech before we
I've
start.
heard it. I've heard it. You warned. You already pre-warned us at the meeting.
At the meeting, the one meeting we
Yes.
went to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
I remember that.
fun.
That's right. I'm not going to bring any eagles. They're all up in Alton and just north, up in Clarksville, and they only come out in January around here.
Awesome.
Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my speech is
Look at the
actually
smile.
more
Look at
pointed
that.
towards a few than the whole.
Okay.
But it would be unfair of me to pull them aside separately and tell
Oh,
them
yeah.
these things. So I just tell it as a whole, we're gonna have a
Perfect.
good day, and we're not gonna bring our egos into it, and we're
Well-
gonna have an open mind.
It's like
You
I
know?
always say, there's not an expert in this field yet that
No.
I've seen.
Mm-mm.
Even though
What?
I get so irked whenever I watch a documentary or something, they say paranormal expert, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that hurts.
You know what
Like,
an
really?
expert is, right?
Explain.
Okay, well, X is the algebraic symbol for the unknown,
Oh.
and a spurt is just a drip under pressure.
Wow.
I went
Perfect.
On-
12.
On,
I went
on that
12.
note,
Wow.
on that note, we
Here. I don't
got to
even
bring
see
this
it.
show to a close. We've gone a half hour over our normal time,
Expert
have.
hunter.
Oh,
that's
I like
awesome.
that.
and oh my god!
There you go.
And we're going to revisit this on Tuesday because next Tuesday
Next
because
Tuesday.
I know
Yes.
I'm going to want to talk about this event.
For sure.
Exactly. Well, thank
Yeah, the
you.
next show we'll
Yeah,
hang out
well-
together again. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
exciting.
find out who brought their egos.
Or their spurts.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm sure
done.
we're gonna have some fun stories to tell.
And I think I left mine in my other pants.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But up bump.
On that note,
On that note, we're gonna tell you guys be there this Saturday from 9 to
Be there.
7:30 at the Caney. Well, I'm sorry, what's it called again? The Caney.
It's the rec center.
The Caney Rec Center. I
It's on
thought it
Highway
was. I didn't
75,
wanna-
just south of Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yep.
Be there or be square. You're losing out if you're not there. All
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Anybody else got
Sure.
anything else to say?
I think that's it.
No.
see
Thank
y'all
you.
next week. Or actually,
No, we'll see them
We'll
this
see them
weekend.
Saturdays.
Yeah, in
See
a
you
couple of
Saturday.
days.
Ah!
All right, y'all don't go anywhere. Y'all stay awesome. We'll see you guys later.
bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Amakians.
And we're clear. Okay, I do need to find out about camping. Is there or is there not going to be camping? Okay. Mhm. I'm 15 minutes down the road. I can come back to my house and get a shower. Yeah. Uh, no. Well, that's fine. Well, my biggest thing is I don't want to go out and drink. I needed to know if I was going to be able to bring my brewskis and drink and sleep instead of going out and drinking and trying to find a ride home. Okay. That's fine. I can do that. I can do that. I can just drive back home. Oh God, yes. I'm not gonna go in smelling like beer and smoke. I mean, ugh. No. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, it has. Mm, sweet. Awesome. Well, Adrian, we're gonna come and bombard your hotel room since you're closer than we are. Bartlesville is 35 minutes, isn't it? Oh yeah. Sweet. No, it ain't. I can make that drive in like 12 minutes is when I made it last time. Well, I was going 15, 20. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't get off work until 5:30 because of my schedule change. So I'll be grabbing stuff and then heading whenever that, yeah. No, you might not be last. Not all, because I'm gonna have to grab my check. Hubbard's gonna have to come up and get my check and cash it, and yeah, we got a lot of stuff. So it'll probably be. I mean, he's not even gonna be done with food or anything until like what, 7, 8, or is he gonna be done before then? 6:30ish. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, I am bringing my tripod. Because I'm going to take some pictures of the sky with my phone.